Hey peeps, and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing a review of the QKK QK03 720p mini projector. What a mouthful. This is one of 3 budget projectors I am reviewing with a sub $100 US street price. For your convenience, this video has been split into segments. So if you're in a rush, you can skip to the specific chapter markers below. But to get the full lowdown and to help make the video more easily found, watching from start to finish works best. So why am I doing this? Well, this is one of 7 videos I'm making about video projectors. I'm doing this because about a month ago, I was organizing a family event and it worked out cheaper to buy a projector than to rent one from the venue. However, when I did my initial research, I found it incredibly confusing. There's just so much information out there, and ironically, it's sometimes incomplete, making it totally impossible to do any proper comparisons. And worse still, as I found out some of the information is just plain wrong. So I ended up ordering a bunch of them to test them out and find out which was the best value projector for my use case. These videos are a summary of everything I've learned. I'll be shifting through all the noise to share with you what I think is important, as well as verifying and correcting any misinformation I discover. Check out the other review videos, including a full comparison of all 6 projectors I tested, in the description below. Full disclaimer, any product links may contain affiliate links, meaning a small percentage of the sale may go to me. Key thing is, you won't be paying anymore, and this helps reward me a little for the time and effort I've spent producing this video. Thanks in advance. Having said that, my goal here is to provide you the best information to help you make the best informed choice for your own situation. Even if none of the projectors I've reviewed suit you, I'm sure you'll learn a thing or two on what to look out for in your search for your perfect projector. The review will be split into 3 key parts. Firstly, I'll be checking and confirming the specifications. Then we'll be unboxing and taking a tour of the hardware and software, plus most importantly, evaluating the real-world performance. Let's get started. Okay, this is the QKK portable Wi-Fi projector. You'll see here, it actually says Full HD 1080p. Now, this is the problem that I have with a lot of the products and projectors that are advertised on Amazon. They have a lot of misinformation. Because if you check down here, you'll see the display resolution is actually 1080p times 720. Some of the other ones, oh, and here it is where they can kind of get away with it, is because it says Full HD 1080p and max 200-inch display supported. They haven't actually got the right semantics there. It should actually be Full HD 1080p supported, which means it can take 1080p input from your DVD player or other HD supported device. But it doesn't actually output 1080p. You be very careful of that. And this is the kind of wording that I've seen rampant across a lot of the marketing information here. So the key thing takeaway here is it's a 720p, not a 1080p. It can project up to 200 inches, which is a very reasonable size. Comes with a tripod mount, which is cool. It's one of the only ones that did that, and I guess one of the attractors of this particular model, with the extra bonus. Everyone loves free bonuses. And also, again, always check where there's a coupon code here. You can actually save an extra 20%, so you can grab this for $80 US, which is super cheap for a projector. Let's have a look down here. Okay, there is another piece of misinformation here, and that is the weight of this device. It actually only weighs just under 2 pounds. This may be the package weight, so just be aware that quite often there is a lot of wrong information on these product pages, and I always suggest to verify this information somewhere else. Even across different countries, the Amazon information is sometimes different. Now in the UK, this product is marketed under the name of AK83. So it comes under a different brand. Actually, QKK is the brand in the UK. And just bear in mind, a lot of these Chinese projectors will be branded, will essentially be the same, but they'll be sold under a lot of different names. So just be aware you may find the same projector. If it looks the same and it has all the same specs, it's probably the same projector, just with a different casing and a different brand name. Anyway, this one here in the UK, you can see is £80. You can also save another 20%, so get it for £60.
pretty good. And it says 7,000 lumen. I don't really pay too much attention to how many lumen because the way they compare with other ones, it just doesn't seem like a very consistent value unless you're getting that information from a respected, well-known brand. I don't really trust those numbers. And the best way is actually just to test it, which is why I've done this review. They do go on sale for slightly less. I believe I picked this up for under 100 Australian, which was a very good deal when I bought it. Just depends on when you purchase during the yearly sales cycle. And the weight here is also incorrect. It's 1 kilo. They've kept the same. See, this is the same thing where they've just got the information incorrect. So just be very clear that the information is not always correct here. And it also says enhanced full HD 1080p mini projector, which is completely false. It is a 720p projector. All right, I won't say any more. Let's move on. All right, first up we have a box in a box. What's in this? Let's have a look. Okay, we've got our AV cable, we've got a lens projector kit, we've got a tripod. That's cool. I think this is about one of the only projectors that comes with a tripod. A remote control. You notice all the Chinese projectors have very similar remotes and HDMI cable. So lots of good accessories. We'll move those over here. Let's see what else we've got in here. Okay, we got it's nicely and foam packed. Got an instruction manual. KQ03, let's have a look. Nice big instruction manual with clear diagrams. Very easy to read. This is probably one of the better laid out manuals I've seen. And here is the projector itself. Let's have a look at what we got on the front. Okay, so we've got the focus ring, we've got the keystone. Much prefer these manual controls as compared to having to access it through the menu system. The branding, some labels, and the buttons. Now these buttons aren't the biggest, but the good thing is they are shaped differently and there's adequate space, so it can be not too difficult to find if you're in the dark trying to work out which button to press. We've got a power button. This looks like a back button. We've got a source button, a menu button, and of course our directional controls and selector button. That's on the top. On the back we have, looks like a speaker outlet plus an infrared port. On the left side we've got a headphone jack for headphones or external speakers, an AV jack for the old school type of devices such as videos and DVD players, a TF card, that's probably a micro SD card, HDMI port, USB port, and a VGA port for the old school computer monitors. And if we look at the bottom, we've got a little dial here to increase the angle that you want to rest it at. We've also got the tripod stand connection, which this will just very conveniently slip onto. It's quite good. Does a job. This is actually one of the reasons why I selected this as one to purchase, because it seemed to have a lot of features built in with this tripod. So that's good. And of course we've got rubber feet. Nothing on, oh, and we've got the power connection on the right side. Seems like there's a little thing. Oh look, something comes out here. All right, not quite sure why that does that, but maybe that's just to clean the vent, the filter. It's now time to check out the operation and menu system. All right, let's give the KQQ a test spin. Turning it on, got a nice clean start screen and straight to the main menu page. We've got options to play a USB thumb drive or hard drive. music, photos. Then we go to source, you can choose the different sources that we have. Media, all right, that's the HDMI there. If I go back, you can also get to the source button by just pressing this button here, which takes us directly to the source button. Now let's get back to our main menu just by tapping the back button. All right, let's look at settings. We've got network settings, so click through to that. You can connect to your Wi-Fi's. System setting, this is mostly language. Everything else is to do with a software update. And projection settings. This helps you select your projection mode, whether you're projecting from the front, the rear, on the ceiling front, on the ceiling rear. So you got all those options there. You got Wi-Fi power. I guess that's to do with how far you can access your Wi-Fi when you're doing some streaming, either from your phone. You've also got the ability to, as I said, stream from your phone, whether you got Android or an Apple iPhone. And this is your micro SD card slot that you can also use. All right, that's pretty much it for the menu system. Oh, there's one more here. This button here gives me direct, whoops, let me get out of there. When you're in playing mode, okay, if you're in HDMI mode, you press this and you can actually get access to your picture mode. See, we've got the standard. They seem to all use the same operating system. If you have the user, you can actually go down and change the contrast, etc. But I'm just gonna leave this on standard. Then you can also change the color temperature, cool, medium, warm. It's warm, cool. Just gonna leave it on medium. And noise reduction. Not quite sure how that works, but sure, let's get rid of the noise. All right, so that's pretty much it for the menu system of the KQQ.
I'll be testing the performance of the projector for my real-life impressions as well as by the numbers. Key things I'll be testing are brightness. I'll be using a light meter and measuring the brightness on the screen in the center and at the corners at two different distances, about 2 and 3.5 meters, which is about 6 and 10 foot respectively for my old school friends. I'll also be measuring the size of the image at these two distances and testing the operating noise using my audio meter on my Apple Watch. For real-life performance, I'll be giving my personal take on the quality of video projected using a combination of film footage and some dynamic footage I've edited together from awesome footage shot by professionals. Thank you, Sony and DJI. By the way, I've also uploaded this edited footage so you can see how the video looks directly on your monitor. Link below. Let's see the projector now in action with some cinematic footage from Shang-Chi. Hopefully that gives you a really good idea of how the projector performs on the screen in the dark. Let's have a look at the numbers now. Firstly, size of image. At 2 meters, you're getting a 64-inch or 163 centimeter image. And at 3.5 meters, you're getting a 292 centimeter or 115-inch image. Moving over to the brightness, you can see at 2 meters, you're getting about 132 lux, and then dropping off to a little bit more than half on the edges. And if we're looking across the colors here, you're looking at all around 50 to 60% drop off from the edges compared to the center. You can see these numbers right here, 55.4% for white, and for the other colors, you're ranging from 55 to about 62, giving you an average of around nearly 60% drop off from the edges. Now we're getting a very similar result at 3.5 meters, where it is the overall image is going to be less bright, and the drop off is also around 60 to 63%. While this is noticeable, it's not like distracting noticeable. You have to kind of look for it. So it's okay. You know, it's not the best, but it works. Finally, we're going to look at the sound. This projector rates at 54 decibels on top of the projector. It is very obvious when you turn it on, the sound that comes from this projector. However, as you step away up at 3 meters, it drops down to 40 decibels, which is only slightly above the ambient sound of the room. And when you're playing a video or playing music videos or whatever you're playing, pretty much usually you're playing at a volume where the projector noise is pretty much not in the equation. Just for reference, I've also created this table over here just to give you an idea of what the lux means in real life. We're comparing it to corridor light in common areas, which usually rates around 40 to 80 lux, and light in a dining room at about 160. The QKK provides a great package for a very good price, under $100 US. You get reasonable brightness, big size projection, and an extra bonus with a supplied mini tripod. Overall, I was pretty impressed with the performance at this price point and all the included accessories. However, if you don't have the need for the very best quality and want something to pull out and use for a movie night every now and again, this fits the job perfectly at a great price. For performance, the QKK scores a 6.5 and a 7 for value for money. Love to know what you think, especially if you got one. Hit me up in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the other projector review videos in the description, including the comparison review of all 6 projectors. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you don't miss any future videos from me. See ya!